Welcome. Thank you for stopping by and choosing to listen to this message for today. I want you to go ahead and look at these two cards before you. You have the Justice and the Six of Pentacles. This represents the underlying energy that runs throughout your heart, mind, body, and dare I say your spirit. Whether you are aware of this or not, it does not matter. This energy may still exist for you for the month of December 2024, as well as the first week of January 2025. Now, if you can't quite connect to these cards right away, that's okay. I'm here to clarify that for you, to give you a deeper understanding. My name is Kimberly, and this is from Loved Ones Tarot, and this is for all my Aries for the month again of December and for the first week of January. When I look at these two cards, I see a desire coming from you, a desire to get what you deserve, a desire to have justice, to have karma come back around in your favor. Some of y'all have been wronged. You have been betrayed. You have been let down. Other people may have disappointed you, or you may feel as if the world or your life in general has disappointed you. And now you're, it's almost as if you're looking up at the sky and you're wondering, when is it my turn? When am I going to get the blessings that I deserve? When am I going to get that love? There's this sense of needing love. Perhaps you're lonely, so needing that connection back, needing that confidence back, needing that security, that comfort that some of y'all are missing. So there is just a little bit of emptiness as well in this underlining energy. And if you connected with that, then this reading is for you. So please keep watching. Now, in your emotional state of December and the first week of January, you have the Eight of Pentacles as well as the Tower. It looks like you have a desire to work on certain goals. You're very focused. So to me, that looks like you're passionate. You know what you want in your heart. In your heart, it looks like you know what you want. And right now, you're trying to avoid things falling apart. So whatever happened, the wrongdoing, the betrayal, the disappointment, the failure, whatever it may be, you're working hard at trying to correct it, to fix it, to put band-aids on it. But not only band-aids, you're not trying to look for a temporary fix. You're looking for a permanent fix, right? This is foundational building. You are something so important to you. It's on a deeper level. It's on the spiritual level. It's something that fulfills you, that you're working on. And it could be a relationship, it could be your career or your life purpose, it could be your family, or it could be a number of things, but it's something that's connected to you and on a deeper level. Moving on to your current mental state for December and January. You have the Eight of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So despite you having a passion to work on something, to rebuild something, either to rebuild yourself, rebuild a relationship, to work on something new or something existing, in your mind, it looks like you're limited. You have great ideas for bigger things to come into your life, and you know you're capable of greater things, and you know you deserve greater things. However, whatever your situation is, it looks like you're stuck. So there could be some, I get the sense as if like you're a horse, you're like this fantastic this amazing horse that is locked in a stall, and you're looking out into the pasture and you're like, I deserve to run, I deserve to be set free, and you're not. So perhaps this is a waiting game going on in your life, which is probably why some of y'all are looking to the sky like, when is it my turn? When am I going to get the blessings I deserve? Yeah, so that's what's running throughout your mind. Just unable to move forward. So maybe you're not mentally stimulated either. Do you lack passion? Not in yourself, but does your environment or other people, they don't inspire you? They don't, there's just some, it looks like your world is gray. Your relationships, your environment, your situation is gray and it's lacking color. And what you want people to see and believe, this represents your intentions. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Cups. You want people to see and believe that despite you not feeling the best, despite you not being 100%, and feeling 100%, and despite you not wanting to even invest yourself 100% into a specific relationship or a career, you still want other people to see and believe that you want this. You want the relationship to work, or you want happiness. You want fulfillment. You're like, yeah, I do want it. I do. I do. That's what I get from you. You're like, yes, of course I do. I want it. Yeah, but what can we actually see from you? This represents what you're actually doing and what we could see from you in real life. You have the Empress in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse. You're not freeing yourself. So forget about other people. Forget about making other people happy. What people can actually see from you is that you're not doing okay. They could see you're starting to neglect some of your priorities, some of your responsibilities, and maybe you're not connecting in the way that you used to. So have you gone cold or distant or numb? Are you lacking compassion and understanding? Have you stopped listening or paying attention? Because that's what people can see from you, that something is off. Something is off. Okay? And they know it. They know that you're not satisfied 100%. Either you've told them, or they can just see it from you and your actions and your body language. Yeah. So you want them to believe, I want it. I want this happiness. I want this rainbow. I want everyone happy. I want my partner, my kids. I want a good life. You know, I want my life to be good. But no. People can see you're still tied up mentally. Mentally, you are still trapped. Okay, and you're not as creative. You're not as passionate. You're not as loving or nurturing. Over here represents the current situation that needs to be addressed. According to your loved ones on the other side, you have the Ten of Swords in reverse, as well as the King of Wands. So if we can imagine for a moment that you are the King of Wands, and right now within your line of vision for the future, you want to be able to process any emotional pain that you have, any mental turmoil or anguish for yourself and for whoever is involved. I do see that not only are you hurting or you lacking some sort of passion for someone else, there's someone else, some of y'all, if it's not just you that was wronged, some of y'all have done some wrongdoing in return. Okay, so this is a in return sort of you do something, I do something, and both of y'all have done something you're not proud of, is what I get for some of y'all. So now you're trying to envision what the future holds, what it will look like, and what will it take to get to a better place, to feel better, to do better, to to have a relationship worthwhile that is full of passion and creativity, that can inspire you, that can just just renew your sense of I don't want to say your purpose, but for some of you, your relationship does affect your purpose. It does affect your mood. It does, if your relationships are not working or something, there's a conflict or some type of issue, it lowers your energy, and in return it lowers your efforts that you make within your life in regard to your purpose and your career, and what makes you get up in the morning. So some of y'all are just figuring out how to feel better, and how to overcome that level of boredom or disconnect with other people or just with your goals. And some of y'all are trying to figure out how to make other people as well as yourself feel better and get back to a good place. What can you do about that? According to your loved ones on the other side, this is the energy you need more of, and this is the energy that you need less of. So the energy you need more of, you remember how I said in your mind you want to be the King of Pentacles. I didn't say it out loud, but I said you wanted to, you know that you're capable of better and greater things, and you know that you deserve greater and bigger, better things. Well, it looks like some of y'all are way too focused on that, to the point that you're not focused on the right things. And it could be your relationships. You could not be built. You could be neglecting your relationships. You could be neglecting the emotional investments that you need to make. So your loved ones on the other side are saying, listen, you're going to have to start being a little more loving. You need to focus on your relationships more on a deeper level, because you may be too worried about the future. And what I mean by the future is, again, you're like, I know I deserve bigger, better things in my life. And so you may be too focused on that you don't want to look at the people in front of you and have that humanity, have that empathy and compassion for them. Are you not being loving and nurturing and affectionate right now? Or at least in December, are you not being that way? And if the people involved in your life deserve that, then perhaps you need to work on that more, rather than focusing on a future where you have bigger, better things, especially if you're thinking about finances, because in your mind, the King of Pentacles is all about financial success, financial stability, wealthiness, like luxuriousness, but not necessarily, but just having nice things in their home and having nice things for their family or whoever they have relationships with, having a good reputation and a good status at work. You know, are you too focused on your career, or what what can you gain out of your career instead of your home life, your family? So the energy you need more of is refocusing on what matters most to you, and what matters most to you in regard to your relationships. The energy you need less of, you have the Ace of Swords and the Star. Some of y'all, like I said, are looking up to the sky. You're looking up to the sky and waiting for the universe to give you some sort of mental clarity. So the mental blockage that I saw in your mind, where you're feeling as if you're locked up, you're trapped, and either by some outside force, well, yeah, a lot of y'all feel there's an outside force to your mental blockage, to your lack of inspiration, to the lack of passion and creativity in your mind. But your loved ones are like, no. On the other side, they're like, no. it's not going to magically happen. Your mental clarity and it's not going to magically happen. The universe is not going to give that to you. Neither will other people. So do not put hope and faith that whatever this mental blockage is going to resolve itself. Okay, you are going to have to resolve it. Now, in the near future, what will most likely happen, but it's not set in stone. I mean, you have the power to change it, especially given the information that I'm giving you now. Now, in the near future regarding this situation, you have the Eight of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Page of Pentacles. You're preventing change from happening. Remember when I said in the Tower, remember when I said in your heart that you're busy at work trying to prevent a tower from happening, preventing a tower from falling, preventing unwanted changes, you're trying to build or correct something, a situation or a relationship. In the near future, you're preventing it because you think it's the right thing to do. Morally, you're preventing yourself from moving forward because you feel it's the right thing to do. So that mental blockage, that feeling of being trapped, you're going to stay trapped. So maybe you remain in a relationship or a situation or an environment that you don't fully agree with. You're staying there because you feel it's the right thing to do. But in result, or you're not capable of becoming the King of Wands. All right, instead you stay a page, and not a very successful page, not a page. It looks like you may be unable to work on the goals that you need to. You're not going to be as successful as you want to. And perhaps there's a little bit of immaturity going on, a lack of wisdom, a lack of insight, a lack of vision for the future for you in the near future. So, again, it can all change depending on what you do. Moving on, in this green section is your words of advice from your loved ones. On the other side, you have advice number 1, 2, and 3. Now, you may connect with 1, 2, or 3, or all or none, but I do hope that you connect with one of these at least. So we have the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Hierophant. So advice number 1, have the Hierophant and the Hierophant here in your near future. So more than likely this ties in with your near future. Like for some of y'all, not focusing so much on what's right or wrong morally will allow you to release some of that heavy feeling of being trapped, of feeling like you're forced or obligated to perform certain actions within a situation or within a relationship. It's going to release you from feeling that way, and you're going to be able to connect in a more genuine, more joyful, happier way with other people. Once you get out of that mindset that you have to because it's the right thing to do, you just got to do what's right for you. And once you're able to be genuine and do what's right for you, and it feels right for you, then your relationships and your environment will feel better, and the connection will be there, okay, with other people and within whatever situation. Advice number 2. Advice number 2, you have the Knight of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords. If you feel, for some of y'all who feel unsatisfied, for some of y'all who feel like you have to decide between 2 things that you don't necessarily like or you're comfortable with, whatever these 2 options are, and it could relate to what's going on here in your heart, mind, and body. So if you're feeling like, I want my loved ones, or I want the people in my relationships to feel confident and secure in me that I want the relationship. I want to make things right. I'm okay with whatever happened. If you're that type of person and you're also struggling with, okay, well, I kind of want to feel more fulfilled. I want to live a life that feels good for me and that doesn't involve this another person who's hurt me or the person that I hurt. Maybe you just don't want to keep going on a merry-go-round. Advice number 2 is you're going to have to pick. You're going to have to make an option, and you're going to have to make an option real quick. That is the only way forward from now on in December and January. Pick one. Just pick one. If you're going to make other people believe that you want to make a relationship work, then stay that way. Or pick, just say it out loud and accept it. Or if you're not happy and you're not happy in the situation or in the relationship, say that. Say it out loud. I'm not happy. Can you fix it? If you can't fix it, and if the other person is not in agreement, then so be it, but then walk away. Either way, you're going to have to make a choice and stick with it. And advice number 3, you have the Temperance, the 5 of Cups in reverse, and the Fool is also in reverse. Some patience is going to be required from you. When it comes down to either the person, so if someone wronged you, right, you're gonna, if you decide to move forward with a relationship, with that same relationship, or even if it's a different one later on, you're gonna have to come into the relationship with less baggage, with your, and I mean that kindly. You're going to just have to be able to process what happened to you in the past, any wrongdoing, any betrayal or disappointment or failure. You're going to have to process that pain so that you can look ahead. No more looking in the past. No more thinking about the past. You're going to have to live in the present moment and really enjoy it. And maybe you're not there yet, but your loved ones are saying, if you actually want to smile, if you actually want to enjoy the present moment and feel inspired and feel passionate and feel loving and affectionate and like, oh, things are okay, optimistic. If you want to feel optimistic, you're going to have to be able to stop looking at the past. And that's going to require some patience from you. Patience and dedication and accountability from you, okay? If you have wronged someone else, the same thing. It's going to require patience from you, because now the person that experienced the wrongdoing, they're going to want you to take accountability, and they're going to want to share how they feel, and that's going to be a lot of hard work of healing and for both of y'all, and it's a long journey, right? But if you choose to go down this route, then your loved ones are like, please have that patience, have that dedication, work together with whoever is involved, and work together with the universe. If the universe and God or higher power can see that you are dedicated truly in your heart, mind, body, spirit, then they're going to work with you, and they are going to bring things in your favor that you deserve. All right. Moving on to your weekly outlook. Okay, it's up here. It's very specific, so it could be for you or it could not be. And because it's specific, I just want to say nothing's set in stone. Again, this is just future predictions that you can take with a grain of salt, or you could just keep in the back of your mind for just in case, and you have the power to change it at any moment. All right, you have the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. So the first week of December, you are going to be happy, and you're going to be either happy at home or somewhere that feels comforting to you, where you feel safe and secure. So it could be at your own home, it could be at your parents' house or a relative's house. Or you could see your children or your family happy, and that makes you feel good as well. Week number 2 of December, Page of Wands and the Magician. Okay, you're working on yourself in week 2. You're cooking, right? As the young people say. You're manifesting what you want to see in reality. All the good things you want in life. You are working on it. All right? And it's looking good. Again, it depends on what you do. Right? Don't say, hey, it was not, week number 2 of December was not good for me. You lied. All right? It all depends on what you do. You have the 6 of Wands and the King of Swords. You're going to experience some sort of victory for yourself, some little win against your miscommunication. And that's miscommunication within your heart and your mind, and also with others. So you're going to be able to figure out yourself and define and understand how you're feeling and what's going on in your mind and what you want out of life and what you want within a relationship or within like a situation. So at work, perhaps. But you're just going to be able to get better at communicating the truth. So honesty, right? Accountability. And in the last week of December, you have the 8 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. Notice that you have the 8 of Wands in your near future. More than likely, what happens here is actually going to take place in the last week of December. Not always the case, but I do see that very often. So keep that in mind. It looks like you're going to have a change come your way regarding any financial instability or mistakes surrounding financial obligations or just obligations in general. Something's going to be shifting, and either it's, I don't know if it's for shifting in a good way or a bad way. Let me pull one more card for you. Let's see, one more card for clarity for the last week of December for Aries, please. The King of Pentacles. Oh, all right. Okay, so shifting in a positive way for you. Notice the King of Pentacles is in your mind. This is who you are thinking about being or embodying, all right? And in the last week of December, any financial instability will start to shift in a positive direction for you. So all that work that you're doing in your heart, right? Trying to prevent a tower from falling, your home life from falling apart, your relationships from falling apart. All that hard work is going to be noticeable in the last week of December, okay? In a positive way. Let's see for January. Now, don't judge my cards, okay? My toddler likes to chew on my cards, but I'm not throwing them away. The cards, not my toddler. The 7 of Swords in reverse, as well as the King of Wands, is in January. You know how I said you're the king? Well, I mean, yeah, I did say that. I said you were the King of Wands in your situation that needs to be addressed. If you represent him, then on the first week of January, another person involved in your life, and it could be another woman, but not necessarily. It's just to represent that it's the opposite of you. So your partner or whoever is involved with you in this situation, in this conflict or an issue at hand, they're going to, one, not want to fight anymore. So they're going to be honest with you. They're going to take accountability for their own actions, and they're going to want to stop They just want they just want to be more fair and honest with you, okay? So your relationship or whoever is involved is going to want to make things work with you on the first week of January 2025. And for your word of encouragement from your loved ones on the other side, you have the Fool, the Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. Your loved ones want you to know that once you make a choice, once you make that decision that you needed to make regarding a relationship or a situation, they want you to go on this journey, this new journey, with a leap of faith, with a sense of optimism, because it will, once you go on this journey, it will release you from feeling trapped. It will release you from any negative emotions or negative thoughts, from worry and stress and fear. It will release you of any burden regarding the decision that you have to make in December and January. Trust in that. So take that leap of faith as you start to walk away from any situation or relationship that doesn't benefit you. As you move forward to things that better your life, it's going to work out in the way that you want it to. All right. And with that said, if you gained some clarity today, please subscribe or like the video, or just keep on coming back, okay? With that said, to all my Aries, take care.